Yeah.
Dude, let me tell you some
What
stories.
was that set like?
Oh my God, I'm glad you're. It was, dude. It was so much fun. You remember that little house we were all in?
Yeah.
When you weren't doing your scene, you'd be like this. Because you hear them over there just laughing and having such a good time, you just couldn't wait. Okay, good. Now y'all got a scene. You run over there, and they were in there having such a good time. And the scene with, remember he held the baby up and he looked at see who was a baby?
Yeah.
And that scene, it was no dialogue. It was just him going by. And there was nothing. And then he got to, and there, Eddie said, you know what? Everybody just come up with something to say, all right? Whenever we're gonna just when we come up to baby, come up and say anything you want. So everything we said, we just said out that we just came up with.
It was like an ad-lib.
And they started. Remember when they got to Bernie Mac, and Bernie Mac said, "I'm the pappy." The whole line fell and hit the floor, and we had to start and do it again. We had to do it all over again. He said, I'm the baby. And we do it. And there was so many times we had to stop and do it again. Wow. And another little tidbit. You remember at the end when I died, when Biscuit died? When I said, you know, my mom, I don't want to go home, all that stuff like that. None of that was in the script.
Damn.
Wow. Remember how the big guy, when he started walking and did like this, look, and he looked back and he faded out? That's how they did. They had me just running and fading out. And then I went to the director. I'm like, hey, wait, whoa. Look, that's how I'm going to look. He said, Miguel, what are you talking about? I'm like, you can't just get rid of me like that. He's like, what do you mean, Miguel? I said, listen, we got to come up with some reason for him to be running across the gun. He said, Miguel, listen to me. I'm not a writer, okay? This is something you should have said a week ago, 2 weeks ago. And you saying it right now? I mean, how do we know why you're running? He said, I'll tell you what. Yeah, let's go. And I was like, okay, let's go. And he brought the camera over. And he said, shit, let's just roll with it. Let's go. All of that speech was ad-lib.
Wow.
And when I pull out the paper, this is my mama letter that was the call sheet. We made her. Eddie just rolled with it.
Wow.
Eddie just rolled with it. Hey, man, what you talking about? That shit wasn't in the script.
That's genius work right there.
Yeah, we just rolled with it.
That was that like the funniest, like, you know, like let's just say you guys weren't shooting in the moment. Was it like the funniest offset type of
in history?
Yeah. I would imagine because like the people you had like on that set was crazy.
Oh my God. And they messed up because if they would have they could have sold just the outtakes because there were so many scenes, like I said, where we bust up and had to start over again. They just saw the funny of the finished. But if they'd had all of those other ones.
Oh yeah, if they had the outtakes to everything. Because
it could sell right now on Netflix.
Some behind the scenes shit.
It had everybody who was hitting in that movie.